If you enjoy this video or find it informative, I would ask you to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell beside it. Leave a comment and maybe hit the like button on the video. That just helps this video do a little better, helps this channel grow, and I would love it if you could become a part of the community here by getting involved on a daily basis as I upload videos every day. Thank you very much. Enjoy the video. Greetings, free thinkers. Welcome to the Hoggcast. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing fine. I certainly am. Okay, what do we have for you today's episode? We have for you just the most ridiculous mainstream media smear of Rudy Giuliani, which has fallen flat, fallen dead on its face like I knew it would. Just ridiculous nonsense. And now they are trying to take a clip, or should I say a still image from a clip from a movie, the Borat movie, and try to smear Rudy Giuliani with it by taking this still image, as I said, freeze framing it as he's taking his microphone off and tucking his shirt in and trying to make out that he was doing something or suggesting something or was about to be caught in something highly controversial, we'll say, with someone who's not yet come of age, if you understand my meaning. And the wokerati on Twitter fell for it. So we're going to look through that. We're also going to look at what started this. A woke leftists, the Democrat youth wing, Nick Roberts, made up a tweet between Ivanka Trump, that is, and Rudy Giuliani. And again, the mainstream media talking heads fell for it. That's good coffee. That's some gourmet shit I've got going on here. So without further ado, let's get into the clip, or the video even. But if you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this video around. That helps me stay competitive with the big multinational corporations that YouTube is unfortunately choosing to prioritise. So without further ado, let's get into the clip. Okay, so it starts with Nick Roberts, as you saw, who made up the tweet. He made it up. So he's used Photoshop to do this. The woke left often do this with things because the world doesn't agree with them. The world isn't according to their beliefs. So they will make things up. They've done it about me. They've smeared me in the most horrible way. Similar to what they've tried to smear Rudy Giuliani with. They've tried to smear me with that. They've tried to smear Sargon of Akkad with that. They've tried to smear Jeremy of the Courtroom with that. Anyone and anyone. You disagree with them, that it's your character they're after. They will challenge your character because they can't challenge your ideas. Now, that was it. And you can see it started to get picked up all over the place. So Rachel Maddow, I can't even. Rudy, and she's obviously retweeted someone saying, Rudy seems to have learned his lesson, is tightening protocols, checking IDs, and is now being taken in by someone claiming to be Ivanka Trump, but is who in fact the vice president of the College Democrats of Indiana. So this is a young Democrat who thinks he's really slick by doing this. And you're going to see soon that he's pooed himself. And he said, oh, it was all satire, it was all satire. It was satire. Where have we heard that before? I think it was one Adam Schiff, who I recently did a video on just yesterday, actually. Adam Schiff, when he made up Trump's phone call because he didn't realise that the phone call between Donald Trump and the president of Ukraine was being recorded. He didn't know that, so he decided simply to make it up, thinking Trump couldn't refute it. But when Trump released the facts, what did Adam Schiff say? It was satire. So we have Politico, the Young Turks, Progress and Now, all people involved in radical leftism. Further down, the Huffington Post, the Bleacher Report, the Daily Beast, all people belonging to these organisations They shared it immediately. These so-called reputable sources, the detractors to Donald Trump and the detractors to many hard-working YouTubers, independent content creators, often say you're not entitled to talk about current affairs, etc., because you're not an accredited source, you're not an official source, you're not a reputable source. All of these, what do they call it? Reputable sources, all immediately sharing this falsified direct message that allegedly happened between Ivanka Trump and Rudy Giuliani. And what is this thing, you may be asking? This rumour that is circulating that quote unquote Ivanka Trump asked Rudy Giuliani, that he then allegedly replied, "There is some truth to the story. I am waiting to speak with your father about it." What is that thing? This is look, wait until you see this. If you haven't seen it yet, this is going to shock you. So this is it. This is the picture that this is a still image. What they have done is they have taken a still image, which anyone with a basic understanding of video editing can do, from a video clip. Could be a minute long, could be 30 minutes long, could be an hour long, however long. But they take a still image precisely at a moment, and they then use that still image to back up a false narrative, a narrative that doesn't exist. In this instance, Rudy Giuliani has just taken off his microphone and he's tucking in his shirt. The woke left, and as you've seen by Nick Roberts and all of these Democrats and the mainstream media shills who are all in, the people have been silent, complete radio silence on Hunter Biden and his emails, even Twitter, who locked out numerous people from their accounts. The New York Post still locked out of their Twitter account, still locked out. That's them being punished, okay? All of that brigade, all of those people that I've just mentioned, none of them said a word about this. None of them said a word. They eagerly pushed it as far as possible. It was trending on Twitter. Rudy Giuliani, he was just tucking in his shirt. You know. Look at this photo. They've taken this still image deliberately. You don't need me to tell you the context of what they're trying to portray here. You don't need me to tell you that. You can deduce for yourself, because the woke left are very good at playing on people's emotions, manipulating people's emotions. It's what they do. In case you thought this segment was over, Vox, Vancouver Sun, and even the Clinton administration, all sharing this false, fake news rubbish. The Guardian is toilet paper. It is the Bible of the woke left, especially here in the United Kingdom. It is like their Bible. They're not seen without it. They base their life on what they read from it. They think what they read from it is words from God. But I keep trying to tell people that the Guardian is very expensive horse manure. It is like, if you're going to buy horse manure, or if you're going to buy toilet paper, the Guardian is the toilet paper that lottery winners, people who win the lottery, buy. Imagine, for example, I used a Sylvester Stallone film to try and smear Sylvester Stallone, who appeared in the film. How stupid would that be? Imagine if I was a journalist and I tried to smear Sylvester Stallone based on a film he was in, Rambo, for example. If I said, oh, Sylvester Stallone is responsible for the deaths of hundreds of people in the jungle in Vietnam, and I based that on his appearance in Rambo, that would make me a laughingstock. I'd be a laughingstock. This is what the Guardian is, and all of those people I mentioned before. So, based on a fake falsified DM and a selectively taken still image, The Guardian ran this trash article. Rudy Giuliani faces tough questions after compromising scene in new Borat film. Oh, taking off your microphone and tucking in your shirt is so compromising. Trump's personal attorney has indiscreet encounter with actor playing Borat's daughter in a hotel room during the pandemic. They've got to throw that thing in there. They've got to frame it like it is the worst thing imaginable. The reputation of Rudy Giuliani could be set for a further blow with the release of highly embarrassing footage in Sacha Baron Cohen's follow-up to Borat. Whose reputation has been damaged? His, by tucking in his shirt, or yours for running yet more fake news trash? This line alone should sink you. This line alone should sink you, The Guardian, who wrote this? Catherine Showard. Okay, so we have Ben Dreifus, who has actually seen the full clip of that sequence, the whole scene in the hotel room. So Ben Dreifus says, I have now seen the scene with Rudy Giuliani, and though it is creepy for other reasons, it is being described on Twitter in a false way. He does not have his hand down his you-know-what in a particular way. I'm sure you can see what's on the screen. He is tucking his shirt back in after she untucks it to remove his microphone. And finally, we have the part we've all been waiting for. The Adam Schiff tried and tested excuse for being caught out generating fake news to harm a political opponent during an election, which your mainstream media, fake news allies and big tech allies gleefully lapped up in a way that they certainly didn't with Hunter Biden and some of the explosive things that are coming out there. And in fact, what they tried to accuse Giuliani of, it appears Hunter Biden was guilty of himself. I'm sure you know what they were. If you've watched this video up until now, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Hope you've subscribed and hit the notification bell. But if you've watched it this far, you will know the way they've been trying to frame Rudy Giuliani and that still image taken from a much longer video clip, which they selectively took at that moment to portray a scenario that didn't happen, to frame a narrative that's not correct. Just like Adam Schiff and the perfect, quote-unquote perfect phone call between Donald Trump and Zelensky, the president of Ukraine. When Adam Schiff was found out, his response was, it was just parody. Funny how he never said that in the beginning. Well, Nick Roberts, who is a president of some sort of, what was it again? He was the president of the College Democrats in Indiana. So he puts, I decided to delete my Rudy Giuliani parody tweet. I apologise to all who took it seriously. Well, why wouldn't they? You went to extreme lengths to frame something a particular way. You let all of your friends in the mainstream media know. At no point did you tell them that this was a joke. I was surprised by the reaction, given the lack of reaction to similar parody tweets in the past. I'll make sure in the future to flag satire tweets which aren't real. Okay, so his answer's not real. The only thing that's not real is Nick Roberts himself. So, Nick, let's cut through the bullshit and let's get to the truth. You shit your pants. You shat yourself. And the reason why you shit yourself is because you saw your fake news spreading all over the place. You were worried about getting sued, which I should imagine Rudy Giuliani is going to do to you anyway. If I was Rudy, I would do it. I would sue you because you have defamed his character in the most disgusting way, and the Democrats always seem to get away with everything they do. Everything they do, they are never held accountable for it. And the longer they're held not accountable for it, the longer they're going to do it. The longer they are going to do it. Oh, I only alive. It was only a joke. Come on, man. Anyway, I knew Rudy Giuliani didn't do it. From the moment I saw it, I knew it was rubbish. I knew it. Rudy Giuliani, the man who smashed the mob, the man who was there on that fateful day in New York. How many years ago was it now? 21 years. Wow. He was there. And all you can do... You wasn't even... Nick, you wasn't even born then. I can remember it. I was young. I was only 15, 16 years old. But I can remember it. And all you can do is try to frame a man who you're not good enough to shine his shoes. Try to frame a man in that disgusting way. We all know, I can't use the word on YouTube. If you the viewer, you know what he was trying to frame Giuliani as. Anyway, I will leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share this video around. That helps me stay competitive with the big multinational corporations. And also, I'd like to say that I've recently been censored on Facebook and I can't share anything there. So if you have Facebook, if you could share it around some groups, I would really appreciate that. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. If you enjoyed that video, if I could ask you please to subscribe to the channel, hit that little subscribe bar down below, hit the notification bell beside it and put it on notifications to all notifications. That will just notify you when I upload. I upload videos almost every day. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you tomorrow.